The beasts of Babylon, the four ancient empires that still shape our world. The hook, the prophet's nightmare. 2,600 years ago, a man named Daniel stood on the shores of the Mediterranean and saw a vision that would terrify world leaders for millennia. He didn't see a peaceful future. He saw four monstrous beasts rising from a churning sea, each one more violent than the last. Most people think these are just Bible stories. But if you look at a history book, you'll realize these weren't just monsters. They were blueprints for world domination. Today, we are decoding Daniel's four beasts. We're going to show you exactly which empires they represent, the eerie accuracy of their rise and fall, and the terrifying detail about the fourth beast that many believe is still active today. This isn't just Sunday school. This is the ultimate historical expose. Beast number 1, the golden lion with eagle's wings. The first beast was a lion with the wings of an eagle. In the ancient world, this was the ultimate symbol of power. But watch what happens. The wings are plucked, and the beast is forced to stand on 2 feet like a man. The reveal. This is Babylon. King Nebuchadnezzar's empire was the gold standard of the ancient world. Archaeologists have even found statues of winged lions guarding the gates of Babylon. The plucking of wings refers to Nebuchadnezzar's legendary fall into madness, where he lost his beast-like pride and became humble. It's the perfect symbol for an empire that was the height of luxury, but ultimately fragile. 3. Beast number 2, the lopsided bear. Next comes the bear. It's lopsided, raised up on one side, and it's mid-meal. 3 ribs are stuck between its teeth. The reveal. This represents the Medo-Persian Empire. Why lopsided? Because the Persians were much stronger than the Medes. The 3 ribs? Those are the 3 major conquests that paved their way to world power: Babylon, Egypt, and Lydia. The bear didn't have the speed of the lion, but it had overwhelming, crushing weight. This was the empire that brought us the concept of the law of the Medes and Persians. Once it was signed, not even the king could change it. Beast number 3, the four-headed leopard. If you wanted to describe the fastest conquest in human history, you'd use this symbol. A leopard is fast. A leopard with 4 wings is supernatural. The reveal. This is Alexander the Great and the Greek Empire. In just over a decade, Alexander conquered the known world before he was 33. But notice the 4 heads. History tells us that when Alexander died suddenly in Babylon, he had no heir. His empire was split exactly into 4 parts. Among his 4 generals, Cassander, Lysimachus, Seleucus, and Ptolemy. The prophecy predicted the split of the empire centuries before Alexander was even born. Beast number 4, the iron monster. Then, Daniel sees something that makes him lose sleep. A 4th beast. It doesn't look like a lion or a bear. It's a machine of war with iron teeth. The reveal. This is Rome, the iron monarchy. Rome didn't just conquer, it crushed. It stayed in power for over 1,000 years. But here's where it gets weird. Daniel says this beast has 10 horns, representing 10 kings that would arise from it. Even after the fall of Rome, its law, its language, its religion, and its political structure became the foundation for the entire Western world. Many scholars believe we are currently living in the feet of this beast, the divided nations of the modern world. The conclusion: why you should care. Why does a 2,600-year-old dream matter today? Because Daniel's vision proves that history isn't random. It's a sequence. The lion, the bear, and the leopard have already come and gone, exactly as described. We are currently watching the final stages of the 4th beast play out on the news every night. Whether you're a believer or a skeptic, the historical accuracy here is undeniable. Now, I want to hear from you. Do you think the 4th beast is a specific modern nation or a global system? Which of these symbols do you think is the most accurate depiction of history? Drop your theories in the comments. I'll be hearting the best ones. Smash that like button if this blew your mind, and subscribe because next week we are diving into the secret mark of the 10th horn. Keep your eyes open. The history of the future is already written.